Hello, good day. Welcome to our new lesson. Get ready, grade 8 students. This video is for you. Kindly prepare now your pens and papers that you will use later on for our discussion. Our lesson is about to start. A friendly reminder, you can always pause, play, and replay this video whenever necessary. I hope you're all ready and excited for this. So let's start! This video presentation is for second quarter module 4 in patterns and algebra for grade 8. Our topic is linear inequalities in two variables. What you need to know. We have two main objectives that we need to achieve for this session. First one is you are going to illustrate linear inequalities in two variables. And the second one is to differentiate linear inequalities in two variables from linear equations in two variables. What's in? For an introduction of our topic, let us have a trivia game. Yes, we will have a trivia game. So for the trivia question for today, what is the only rock that floats in the water? You can answer this trivia by classifying the situations given in the table. I will give you time. Go ahead, pause this video and have your time to answer. Are you done? Great job! Now let us check your answers. For situation number 1, the value of the Philippine peso is less than the value of $1. What do you think? Is it inequality or not? Yes, you are right. It is an inequality. So we have now a cockade, letter M. For situation number 2, the school bus has a maximum seating capacity of 80 persons. What is it? Is it an inequality or not? Yes, you are correct. It is again an inequality. So you have now another K code, letter I. For situation number 3, the population of the Philippines is about 103 billion. Is it inequality or not? Yes, again you get it right. It is not an inequality. Again, you have another code code letter U. For situation number 4, 7 times the number of male teachers is the number of female teachers. What do you think? Yes, you are correct. It is not an inequality. Again, another K code, letter P. For situation number 5, the auditorium has a capacity of 250 seats. So what is it? Is it an inequality or not? Yes, you are correct. It is not an inequality. So you have now another code K, letter C. For the last situation, we have the height of Jairus is greater than the height of Ben. So what do you think? Inequality. Yes, you are correct. It is inequality. So the last code K we have is letter E. So now can you answer another trivia question? Okay, let's have for the first letter. Yes, it's letter P. The next one is U, M, I, C, and the last one is letter E. So the only rock that floats in the water is pumice. Great job, everyone. You did it. So now, how can you describe the situations given? Do you know how to translate it into mathematical sentences? Well, let us together learn it now. What's new? The situations given under the inequality in our trivia game can be translated in mathematical sentences through following the concept of linear inequalities in two variables. What is it then? Well, linear inequalities in two variables is an equality that can be written in one of the following forms: ax plus by less than c, or ax plus by less than or equal to c, ax plus by greater than c, or ax plus by greater than or equal to c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a and b are both not equal to 0. Now, why is it that a and b should not be equal to 0? Take note that we are talking here about two variables. So if one of these variable is equal to 0, then it will not become a two variables anymore. For example, if a will be equal to 0, now the equation becomes by is greater than or equal to c, meaning it has only now one variable. And if both of them are equal to 0, then there is no variable at all. So always remember that a and b should not be equal to 0. What is it? Now let us familiarize how linear equation differs from linear inequality both in two variables. Let us discuss first their similarities. We have here a given example for linear equation in two variables, which is 2x plus y equals 0. While for the linear inequality, we have 2x minus 3y greater than or equal to 11. Now, by just looking at the given examples, can you spot their similarities? What was it? Yes, you are right. They are both mathematical sentences or statements. Now let's move on to their differences. So again, but look at the examples and spot their differences. Can you now spot it? What was their differences? Great idea! It is signs. So one of their differences is their signs. So for linear equation, it uses an equal sign, while for the linear inequality, it uses 4 signs. Namely, we have first less than. The second one is less than or equal to, but we can also call this as at most. Next is the greater than, and the last one is greater than or equal to, or we can also term this as at least. Now, do you have still any observations on their differences? Absolutely, it is their solutions. They have different solutions. So for linear equation, the solution could be one solution, many solutions, or no solution at all. But for the linear inequality, it has infinitely many solutions. It is because the solution of linear inequality is a set of solutions containing the values that satisfies the inequality and make the statement true. Now let us check your understanding. Let us play a game called Where Do I Belong? I will flash on the screen the given, then you will identify where did it belong, whether a linear equation in two variables or linear inequality in two variables. Are you ready? Then let the game begins with given number 1. Y equals negative x plus 3. I will give you 3 seconds. Your time starts now. Your time is up. Where did it belong? Yes, you are right. Congratulations. It belongs to linear equation in two variables because the equation itself uses an equal sign. Now let us proceed to given number 2. Y is greater than or equal to x minus 8. Your time starts now. Time's up. What is your answer? Yes! Congratulations again. You've got a correct answer. It belongs to linear inequality in two variables because of the sign greater than or equal. Next given. 5x minus y is greater than 3. Your time starts now. Did you have your answer? Let us check it out. What is your answer now? Excellent! You've got a right answer. It belongs to linear inequality in two variables because it uses the sign greater than. Finally, our last given, 3x plus 2y equals 5. Your time starts now. Are you done? What is your answer? Wow, you did it. You got it right. It is linear equation simply because it uses an equal sign. Congratulations! You did an excellent job for this activity. Now this time, let us do the translation. So let us translate the real life illustrations of linear inequalities into variables. What we're going to do is let us translate it from English sentence to mathematical sentence. Okay, so let's start. We have here an example. The sum of 20 peso bills T and 50 peso bills F is greater than 420 pesos. So what is our first thing to do? So the first thing we do is to identify the variables. So we should identify two variables here. So the first one is 20 peso bills as represented by letter T. And the second one is 50 peso bills as represented by letter F. Now the second step is you need to identify what operation to be used. So since we have here the word and, meaning we will use the addition. And the last one that you need to identify is the inequality sign to be used. So we have here greater than. So it means that we will use this as our inequality sign. So have you ever formulated now the mathematical sentence? Exactly, it is T plus F greater than 420. So T is represented by 20 peso bills and this is and, the word and 50 peso bills is represented by letter F. So this is the inequality sign. So very good. That was a good job. Okay, our next example is in a month, the total amount the family spends for food and educational expenses is at most 8,000. So again, let us remember the three steps. The first step is let us identify the variables. So the first variable here is food, represented by letter F. The second one is educational expenses, represented by letter E. And the second step is let us identify the mathematical operation to be used. So since we have here the word and, meaning again this is addition. And for the last step is to identify the inequality sign to be used. So we have here the keyword at most, meaning we will use the exactly, it is the less than or equal. So the formulated mathematical sentence we have from this English sentence is, yes, it is F plus E less than or equal to 8,000, where F is represented by food and E is the educational expenses. That was an impressive job. Congratulations! Okay, let us try to check your understanding. It is now your turn to translate the real-life illustrations of linear inequality into variables into mathematical sentences. So our first given is the price of a motorcycle less 36,000 pesos is less than or equal to the price of a bicycle. Now you can pause this video so that you can answer this. I will give you time. Your time starts now. Are you done? Okay, let us check your answer. For this given real-life example of linear inequalities into variable, its mathematical translation is... Great job! You get it right. It is m minus 36,000 less than or equal to b. So why is it? So first thing and foremost, let us follow the 3 steps. So we have to identify the 2 variables. So our variable here is the price of a motorcycle represented by M. And the second one is price of a bicycle represented by letter B. Now our operation to be used is exactly, it is subtraction because of the keyword less. And of course, our inequality sign to be used is less than or equal. So this is the correct answer. So that's it. So let's have now our second given. We have a dozen of short pants added to a half dozen of pajamas has a total cost of not greater than 960 pesos. Again, you can pause this video for a while. I will give it time. Are you done? Let us check your answer if you got it right. So the answer for this is 12s plus 6p less than or equal to 960. Very good, you get it right. So why is it the answer? So again, we will identify the 2 variables. The first variable here is a dozen of short pants represented by letter S, and the second one is a half dozen of pajamas. Now a dozen is equal to 12. So 12s. Now the second one is half a dozen, so meaning 1/2 of 12 is 6. So, and it is represented by a variable letter p, so 6p. Now let us identify the operation to be used. So we have here added, meaning it is an addition. So added. The inequality sign to be used here is not greater than, meaning it is less than or equal to 960. So this is the correct answer. What's more? So I prepare here a 10-item test to assess your understanding of our lesson today. So let's have a closer look. This is for the test 1, items 1 and 2. You can take a screenshot or pause this video so that you can answer this later in your available time. Okay, let's move on. So our next set is for item number 3 and 4. Next is for the last number of test 1 and test 2. Lastly is for the test 3. Again, you can take a screenshot or pause this video. You can submit your answers on the site provided by your teacher. What I have learned. In this session, we learned that linear inequality into variables is an inequality that can be written in one of the following forms: ax plus by less than c, ax plus by greater than c, or ax plus by less than or equal to c, or ax plus by greater than or equal to c, where a, b, and c are real numbers and a and b are both not equal to 0. Lastly, do not forget that linear inequality in two variables and linear equation in two variables are both mathematical sentences or statements. It only differs in terms of their signs and solution. That was our lesson for today. How was it? Do you have any clarification or questions? You can replay this video or comment your questions in the comment section down below. So that was it. Congratulations! See you in the next video. Bye-bye!